That'll be the first personal on Djonai Carrington, the referee. After that, and a little bit of passion afterwards. Love it.
Djonai! Oh dear Lord. She's got her own brick center. She went out and posted this after she got chucked in the last game, the date, like it was going to be something. She's got her own brick center montage. 7 points. Just even look at the shit that she was doing here. Like, what the fuck is that? But like, she shot the ball 11 times. And she was just out here chucking up mad stuff. Like, mad stuff. She was going for these Dirk fades all the time. Like, I don't even know what she was trying to do on the offensive end.
Djonai Carrington just can't seem to stay out of the spotlight whenever she faces Caitlin Clark. Every time these two step onto the court together, something happens. And on Sunday, August 23rd in Chicago, the tension reached another level. But this time, Caitlin Clark didn't simply smile, walk away, or let the moment disappear. She responded the best way she could, with her game. And by the time the night was over, the entire situation had taken a dramatic turn. So what actually happened between Caitlin Clark and Djonai Carrington? And why did this latest encounter have fans talking long after the final whistle? Because this wasn't just another moment between two WNBA players. The way everything unfolded revealed a sharp contrast in how these two stars handle pressure, attention, and adversity. And it may say a lot about where both of their careers could be heading next.
Drops 37 and 10 as the Indiana Fever beat the Chicago Sky. Djonai Dirtbag Carrington. Djonai, you circled this date, Djonai. You said 8/23 was the day, Djonai. Well, unfortunately for you, Caitlin Clark circled that date as well. Unfortunately for you, Kelsey Mitchell circled that date as well. And you know what they did to you on 8/23/2026? They spanked that ass all up and down that basket.
This wasn't just another regular season matchup. Whenever the Fever and the Sky step onto the same court, you can feel the tension building before the game even begins. And a major reason for that intensity is Djonai Carrington. Over the past 2 seasons, Carrington has developed a reputation for finding her way into the middle of the drama whenever these teams meet. And once again, she didn't wait until the game was nearly over to make her presence felt. Before the first quarter had even come to an end, she had already inserted herself into the story. And what happened next gave fans another moment they wouldn't stop talking about.
You like that? Did you like that?
Did you like the Clark show, baby? Did you like the Clark show that she put on in Chicago? Any and everybody can get it. Was that white privilege? Oh, wait a minute, Djonai Carrington. Was that white privilege? 37 points. Was that white privilege? 10 assists, 37 point, 10 assists, double-double. Was that a white privilege double-double? Was that 8 3-pointers? Right in your eyes. 8 threes from Baghdad on Natasha Cloud, on you, on anybody. The girl was pulling up from the parking lot. Was that part of white privilege, Djonai Carrington? You put 8/23 on X like that was going to be some big day for you. It was a day for you to get embarrassed by the GOAT Caitlin Clark again. Caitlin and Kelsey combined for 67.
From the opening minutes, Carrington was playing Clark with intense physical pressure, bumping her, reaching for her jersey, and doing everything possible to disrupt her rhythm. And according to the narrative of this matchup, that kind of physical defense is nothing new. Whenever Carrington faces Clark, the battle often seems to become more personal, with the contact escalating from tough defense into something that has fans questioning where the line should be drawn. But on this particular Sunday, the officials appeared to be paying close attention. Carrington kept getting called for the contact. And instead of simply accepting the whistles and moving on, she seemed frustrated by the calls. Suddenly, the attention shifted again, with Carrington appearing to suggest that Clark was exaggerating the contact. But that reaction only added more fuel to an already heated matchup, and the drama was far from over.
Getting used to play on the court as a rookie, as she brings a defensive mentality. That'll be the first personal on Djonai.
If you've seen the clips circulating online, then you probably already know the moment everyone is talking about. After one call went against her, Carrington threw her hands into the air and appeared to mimic a flop, seemingly suggesting that Clark had exaggerated the contact to draw the whistle. And for fans who have followed their previous matchups, the moment felt familiar. Back in 2024, during Clark's rookie season, Carrington made similar gestures after a foul call during a Fever Sun game, with the implication again being that Clark was trying to sell the contact. But here's why the reaction online was so strong. The replays became part of the conversation. Fans pointed to the visible contact on several plays and argued that the fouls weren't simply the result of theatrics. They saw grabbing, bumping, and physical pressure, followed by frustration when the whistle went against Carrington. That's why, for many viewers, this latest moment didn't feel like an isolated incident. They saw it as another chapter in a growing pattern between the two players, and this time, plenty of fans weren't buying the argument that Clark was simply putting on a show.
Game that Djonai Carrington had circled on her calendar and wanted the world to see happen tonight. And how did it turn out? Caitlin Clark had 37 points, 10 assists, 8 threes, and we got this lovely reaction. But I want to point out something that happened in the game. Some of the Chicago Sky, including Djonai Carrington, to me, were looking for a fight this game. And Caitlin, instead of talking about it in the media, just did it with her basketball skills, and this is one of the plays that happened.
Indiana can regain the lead. Clark, another step back three. Yes. And a little bit of passion afterwards.
So Djonai purposely runs into Clark, and then Clark just waves her off. You can tell that Clark was just over that storyline and with that rivalry.
Here's the part that really separates these two players, and it's the part fans keep bringing up whenever this matchup gets heated. While Carrington was visibly reacting to the calls and playing to the energy of the moment, Clark stayed completely quiet. No arguing, no eye-rolling, no getting in her opponent's face. She didn't even turn around to give Carrington a reaction. Instead, Clark simply walked back down the court, reset, and prepared for the next possession as if nothing had happened. That has become a familiar part of Clark's approach since entering the league. When the emotions rise and the confrontation begins, she rarely gives the other side the reaction they might be looking for. She lets her game speak for her. And on this particular night, Clark had plenty to say without saying a single word.
So this is why you don't make fun Caitlin Clark, start mocking her. Look at, she didn't even flop, she didn't even move her head back, she just got fouled. But Caitlin Clark just fools her, like multiple times. The first one is like splash in your face. Okay. Watch what she does. This is like 7 straight possessions. Bumps her. She's like, get off of me. You ain't even on my level. I have more points and a half than you have all season. And I'm not even just passing. I have 7 assists already in the game. I'm not even looking for my shot. I got 18 points over 3 people. But watch this. This is when it gets funny. Here we go. Caitlin Clark. Look at this behind the back pass. Look at the bench. Like, she's running circles around this league. Can't do anything to stop her, too. That full court press, the traps, 3 defenders. It don't matter. Look at this one. Whoop. Where you at, Carrington? You had all that to say, but you can't stop me. Look at this pass. Oh my gosh. Like, Caitlin Clark is insane. Look at this. Both defenders. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Dribbles between 2 defenders like that.
Less than 10 minutes after Carrington's mocking gesture, Clark delivered the perfect response, without saying a single word. She pulled up from deep with Carrington right on her, created just enough space and buried the 3. And Clark's reaction made the moment even better. No wild celebration. No trash talk. No pointing at the bench. No attempt to fire back at Carrington. Instead, she gave a subtle, almost amused look, the kind of expression that seemed to say, exactly. Then she turned around and calmly jogged back on defense as if the entire exchange meant nothing. That's what makes moments like this so memorable for Clark's fans. She doesn't need to win the argument with words. She doesn't need to mock anyone or create more drama. She lets the basketball do the talking. And when someone tries to get under her skin, distract her, or turn the game into something personal, Clark has a habit of responding the most effective way possible. She knocks down the shot and moves on.
Clark, coming off of Michaela Timpson's screen. 3-pointer. Michaela Timpson setting real picks, unlike Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark pushing it up the floor. Get you on a hit, spin off you, step back three. Bang, right between your eyes. God. Busting Djonai Carrington's ass. Another midi. Dropping it off. What a pass to Monique Billings. I mean, she was in her bag. She was in her bag like the fries was at the bottom. Caitlin Clark off the screen. This was a tough shot. Over a 6'8" Camila Cardoso floater off the glass. Okay, attack the closeout. Djonai can't guard. Behind the back pass with 3 people on her. I mean, I don't even know how she made that pass. Caitlin Clark getting in the lane. Floater. Glass.
And she kept making them all night long. By the time the final buzzer sounded, Clark had delivered a performance that was impossible to ignore. 37 points, including a career-high 8 three-pointers. As a team, the Fever knocked down a franchise record 18 threes, turning the game into a complete offensive showcase. Clark wasn't just scoring either. She also dished out 10 assists, controlling the offense with confidence and consistently finding open teammates. Possession after possession, she picked apart Chicago's defense and made the right read. When it was all over, Indiana walked away with a dominant 113-90 victory. And suddenly, the earlier accusations about flopping looked very different next to a stat line like that. Because when one player responds by putting up 37 points, hitting 8 threes and leading her team to a convincing win, the arguments and theatrics surrounding the game start to fade into the background. At the end of the night, Clark didn't need to explain herself. The scoreboard did it for her.